What's up, guys? It's Alec, Team APS, and I have a brand new deck profile for you guys. This has been a long time coming. It is at Ancient Gears. If you guys have been following the channel for a long time, you know that Ancient Gear Golem is one of my favorite cards of all time, but I haven't been able to play it in quite a while. Mostly because of link format and just having weird support over the years. But we are now in Master Rule 5. We do have our new link monster, so I just want to show you guys how I approach the deck right now. So first up is, he was kind of expensive, I don't know if he still is, Infinitrack Anchor Drill. He's just here to help us make our new link monster because he summons an Earth Machine from hand. He's very easy to use. He's perfect for the deck going forward. Staple in all Ancient Gear decks, Ancient Gear Wyvern. He helps you get to your Ancient Gear cards. He has a weird stipulation that says you can't set any cards after you use his effect. I have no idea why they did that, and it still annoys me, but we do need to play him. His little brother, who's not as good, but okay, is Ancient Gear Frame. His search comes with a discard, but it's a not on summon search, so that's pretty cool. He has a weird effect that'll summon a Gear Golem from your hand, but your opponent will never trigger that effect. I believe he has to be destroyed by card effect, so they just won't do it. But he serves as a card, that's why he's here. Alright, so Ancient Gear Hunting Hound is finally back to full power. Because of link format, we really couldn't use the guy all that much because we were locked into, link zones and stuff like that. But now we can normal summon our other Ancient Gear monsters and use him as a fusion spell and a fusion material in our hands to make another Ancient Gear next to that one. So we can finally make okay-ish Ancient Gear plays. We can play Howitzer again. One Ancient Gear box because we do search. He gives the extra monster. Yada yada yada. He's good. The three kings. We have Ancient Gear Reactor, Ancient Gear Golem, and Ancient Gear Ultimate Pound. Though they call him Ultimate, but this is the real Ultimate. But I play one of each because Ultimate Pound isn't even an upgrade over the original Ancient Gear Golem. He's kind of like a side grade. He doesn't even have the Ancient Gear effect in his text, so he's not all that great. Reactor Dragon is technically better than both of them, but I'm not going to play Ancient Gears without them. And Reactor Dragon can just pop your spells and traps, letting you combo even further. They're all 3k. You will win if you summon and hit your opponent with them. The last three monsters are not Ancient Gears or machines. They are Ash Blossom because we're playing a going second deck. Hand traps are just always good in those situations. She can't hurt you. On to the spells. First up is Urgent Schedule, who is so important for this deck. I played it before we got our Link monster, but now it's even better because it does summon two Earth Machine monsters, so they can readily go into your Link monster. This thing says you can't attack on the turn you use it, but that's okay. It's a quick play. Use on your opponent's turn if you have to. It's a great all-around card for the deck. It's a starter. We need it. 2 Ancient Gear Fortress. This is kind of the backup to Gear Town when we don't have it. It's a little less necessary in that regard because we do have Ballista now. But this card is still very useful as a protection for your Ancient Gear monsters the turn they're summoned. So I'll keep it at 2. I might drop it to 1 one day, but that day is not today. The most important card in the deck still is Ancient Gear Catapult. The Ancient Gear combo was always Gear Town, Catapult, summon 2 big guys, and you go off from there. That hasn't really changed, just that Ballista now gives us an alternate start. So we don't have to see Gear Town and Catapult. We still can. That's not a bad thing. But if we don't, we're not going to die. 2 Ancient Gear Fusions because I got them way back before the huge price spike. Still don't think it's worth that much. You still need to have Ancient Gear Golem on the field to be able to fusion someone from deck. But with a card in my extra deck, it's a little bit easier to pull it off now. I'll show you guys soon. Triple Gear Town because even though we can search one, we can always readily pop this thing with our different monster effects. So if you see multiple, that is not a bad thing. Double Overload Fusion, because Chaos Ancient Gear Golem is a dark monster. And we do end up with a lot of bodies in the grave, so this is a great card. Double Pod Desires, because I don't care about the rest of my deck. Once I get started, I don't care what I banish. I just need cards. Double Foolish Burial of Goods is because of Ancient Gear Catapult's second effect that happens in Grave. Because we now have the Ancient Gear Ballista, we can use that token we get from Catapult now. So this card got better. Then I'm trying to draw a negate trio. This wasn't budget. I didn't say it was budget. I'm sorry if you thought it was. But this could be Dark Holes and stuff. This could be like Kaiju Slumbers. I really just wanted to run something that could force my opponent to negate. Because Ancient Gears, regardless of the support we got, cannot play through multiple negations. So these have to draw them. It's my only chance. And last but not least is Power Bond. It doubles your monster's attack. It still enables OTKs. I'm not gonna die if I don't see it. I'm not gonna jump for joy if I do see it, but it is a very good card. It is worth the spot at 1. And that's it for the main deck. The extra deck. So I'm gonna start off with double Ancient Gear Howitzer. Howitzer was hard to use because it was a link format. If we summoned Howitzer in our extra monster zone, we were usually locked in at that point. Now that we're not locked in anymore, we can summon Howitzer at our leisure. He's still difficult to get off the field. He still burns your opponent. He's much better now. Then the rest of the Ancient Gear Fusion package. I went light just because you don't really need multiples of these guys. If I can find another Chaos, I'll put a second Chaos in because he's a win condition by himself. Once again, we're not locked into our extra monster zone anymore, so we can summon these guys more readily, much more easily, and hopefully that means we'll win a few more games. Now the links. I guess we'll start off with the most important one, Ancient Gear Ballista. So Ancient Gear Ballista is really great. It can search either an Ancient Gear monster or a Gear Town to your hand, which is invaluable because those are the most important cards of the deck. Gear Town to get popped, or you can search like Wyvern or even Wyvern, Golem, whoever you need to see at any time. It's there for you. It takes 2 Earth Machine monsters. We can set that up very easily with Anchor Drill. We can use the token we get from the Catapult. There he is. There's the token. It's just a great card. It also makes a token. Still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with the token that I get from him because I already have him. But, hey, we're still trying to figure that out. But we really needed this card. Like, Master Rule 5 or not, we needed this. Then the next spicy card is Predaplant Verde Anaconda. So Anaconda is really, really good. It can take the effect of a fusion or polymerization spell in your deck. I run 2. I have Ancient Gear Fusion and Overload Fusion. So sadly, we still have to control an Ancient Gear Golem on the field to get the whole fusion from deck effect. But we can get Golem on the field. We just usually couldn't promise we'd have this in hand. Now there's a second way to pull that off because if you have Verde Anaconda, you don't need to see this in hand. So really, I could drop it to 1. I wasn't relying on it in the first place, but 2 just because I gotta fill up space in the deck. All right, don't get mad at me. And Overload Fusion is just a blowout card. So Verde Anaconda is just beautiful. We can set it up with Anchor Drill or any of our machines. We cannot use tokens because it does require effect monsters. So I'm still not sure what to do with you, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. And the last 2 link monsters are just utility monsters, Phoenix and Unicorn. Their removal, the deck doesn't really do that, so they're pretty solid. And last, and kind of least, we have Dugaris, the Timeless, and Tornado Dragon. These are just an example of the rank 4s that we can run now. You can really run whatever you want. I like these two because I don't like playing against trap-heavy decks, and Dugaris is just a really interesting monster. It can let you draw 2 cards, but you skip your next draw phase. You can double a monster's attack, but you skip your next battle phase. Or you can, I always forget the last effect, special summon a monster from the graveyard. What I like about this card is we don't care about next turn. We don't care about the duel after we go off. So if I use Dugaris to bump a monster's attack, I intend to win that turn. I don't care about skipping my battle phase. If I use him to draw, I don't care about next turn. I'm trying to win right then and there. He's a great card. You should run him. And for now, that's all I've got. There's plenty more cards that I can run in here. I just couldn't find them all. But Ancient Gears are a very, very explosive deck, and it's officially fun to play them again. So if you have the deck, or if you had the deck, I do recommend picking it up, picking up some copies of Ballista. You won't regret it. It's finally fun to play Gears again.